grab yourself a coffee, a beer, whatever you're feeling right now, and let's check out the starter kit from Field Notes. So we got affiliate links in the description if you want to support Field Notes and this channel. So be sure to use my code OUTINTHELIGHTSFN for 10% off your first order. Inspired by old American farmer notebooks, Field Notes was started by designer Aaron Draplin in the mid-aughts when he created a couple hundred notebooks by hand to give out to friends. One of those people who received a notebook was Jim Kudal, a creative agency owner based in Chicago. And Kudal loved the notebook so much that he asked Draplin to turn it into a business with him, and Field Notes was born in 2007. Cut to present day, and Kudal's agency now focuses solely on Field Notes due to its success. So be sure to check out Draplin's website if you want to dig deeper into the history of Field Notes. So what we have here today is Field Notes Starter Kit, and what this is a small sampling of some of their most popular products. And I really like when brands do this because it's a great way to try out new products on the cheap, and it's also a really easy gift. Father's Day is right around the corner. This could be great for that. Mother's Day is approaching very, very quickly, but you might be able to expedite this if you want to get your mom this as well. So all right, the starter kit comes in this unbranded box. It would be cool to see a little bit of branding here on the front. I know some of their quarterly editions do have branded boxes. But honestly, it's a great way to keep costs down for something like this by not having to print anything on these boxes. So I totally understand keeping the cost down to just $24.95 for this box. That's actually a really fantastic price because if you add up everything that's inside of here, it's gonna come out to around $30. So you're saving about $5 by getting this kit and everything together. Also, if you use my code on this one, it's gonna come out to $22.50, which is a really great deal. All right, so let's check out everything that comes in the Field Notes Starter Kit. Open this up here. Cool, and the first thing we're gonna see here is this mixed 3-pack of Memo notebooks. And this is kind of what started the brand. This is what they are best known for, is this size of notebook. The 3.5 by 5.5, 3 staples on the side. I mean, there's so many different editions of these, and in future videos, I'm gonna show you some of the other ones I have, as well as what I use these for, because in addition to writing, I use these for a number of other things, collages, photo books, just to name a few, but yeah, we'll get into that in a future video. So you can see it's proudly printed and manufactured in the US, which all of Field Notes stuff is, which is really cool. But yeah, it comes in graph, ruled, and plain paper, so you're gonna get one of each in this pack, which is really nice, so you can kind of decide which one would work best for you when buying other Field Notes in the future. So let's kind of just cut this open and see what we got in here. Take a quick look at these. Cool. So you got this little sleeve, comes with all Field Notes too. Let's check these out kind of one by one here. All right, so this is the graph paper. Really nice. All Field Notes also has this kind of info on the back, their story, a little ruler on the side. Some stuff in the front too. Put your name, internal records, that kind of stuff in there, which is cool. And yeah, all of this was kind of inspired by those American farmer notebooks, which Draplin has like a huge collection of. You can actually see it on his website too, and Field Notes website, his collection. It's really, really cool. So I highly suggest checking that out as well. All right, let's see what we got here next. All right, we got the ruled notebook. This is probably the one that I use the most for writing, I would say. Each one definitely has a different use case for me. Something like the graph paper is going to be more for collages. I really like doing collages recently. I have some old 1970s Rolling Stone magazines my uncle gave me that I've really been enjoying, kind of cutting those out, making little collages with that. But for this is going to be for any kind of notes that I have throughout the day, any kind of packing lists when I'm getting ready for a trip. So that can be really useful for that. And then just like the blank one here too. So the blank one, this one's actually really great for photo albums. So taking little Instax photos, I really like doing that, pasting those on here. I'll show you how I do that in a future video. But it's nice just to have those kind of memories, make it into a little photo book, a good place to keep those. All right, so that is the first thing in here. Let's go to this big notebook next. So this is the Steno 80-page notebook. As you can see, ruled paper, 6x9 here. Has these nice little ones on the top instead of the staples. You have it connected with this. So it folds over like a stenographer's notebook. Pretty cool. Yeah, let's open this one up too. Let's see what we got in here. This is really cool. I've never had a Field Notes notebook that's been this size. I usually, in the past, have only used these, so this is really cool to have too. But yeah, brief history of stenography there, which is pretty cool. Abbreviations guide. They always have those nice little touches for all of their products, which I really love about Field Notes. Oh yeah, some cool, useful information, American time zones. That's very cool. Hobo symbol quick reference guide. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, this one's a really nice one too. I could definitely see myself using this as well. Really easy to write on this one. More so probably for, I don't know, maybe even like journaling or something. You could do that in here. Writing scripts, even for some of my YouTube videos, this could be really useful for that too. So that's a really cool piece there. That one over here. All right, so next, we'll look at this. This is just a little rubber band, but basically what these are for, general purpose band of rubber, very cool. But basically what these are for is these go around the outside of your notebook, so they fit kind of around one notebook if you want to keep things closed like that. You could also probably carry your pen in there if you wanted to. That seems to kind of work, but yeah, that's generally what these are for. These usually comes in packs of 12, I think it is. But yeah, they just kind of throw that in there as a nice little touch. In addition to that, we have this Clic Pen, which is just, you know, branded pen. It's nothing they really made. It's Clic, as you can see right there. But just a nice pen, good to write with, something easy. The branding's always very cool with the Futura on there too. I really like that. So yeah, just a nice little basic pen. And then lastly, also a cool little pencil as well. The great Field Notes branding on there too. Number 2 pencil. Very cool. So that's really everything you're gonna get with this kit. But like I said, it's a really, really good deal because you're saving about $5. With my code, you're saving even more. So if we lay everything out, you're really getting a pretty good smattering of products here. And like I said, some of their most popular ones, which is really cool. This is kind of everything you're gonna get with that starter kit. I think it's a really great place to start with the company, especially if you've never had Field Notes before. It'll give you a good idea of kind of, you know, how the paper feels, how everything writes, how you can utilize these. I think a 3-pack of these Field Notes are generally like $12.95. So yeah, you'll go through those quick. They're 48 pages. Yeah, but really just great to use. It's always been a pleasure using Field Notes. I'm excited to be able to share this one with you today. Remember, again, use that code if you want to purchase any of these. That code is Out in the Lights FN, and that's 10% off over at Field Notes. And like I said, in the future, we're definitely gonna go over some more Field Notes stuff. I have some other videos planned for sure coming up, so be sure to be on the lookout for those. All right, so last thing, you may see these CDs over here. This is just my quick, what I'm listening to this week. So I have got a new CD player, which is kind of cool. I haven't had one for a while, so going through some of the old CDs. Got Dr. Dog's Takers and Leavers, Deer Hunter's Rainwater Cassette Exchange, and Grizzly Bear's Friend EP. So yeah, as always, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.